Okay, fine. So let's get started with today's lecture, and we are going to understand about the technology called data engineer. Okay, so before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ankush, and I have around 12 plus years of experience with the IT industry. Previously, I got an opportunity to work with the companies like Cognizant, Infosys, Wipro, LTI, and now I'm handling the role as CEO and founder of Learnomate Technologies Private Limited. Um, so let's try to understand about data engineer. Okay. So in this 12 years of experience, I got an opportunity to work with the multiple technologies, including your database related technologies like Oracle, PostgreSQL. Apart from this, I also got an opportunity to work as a data engineer also. And today I am here to talk about the data engineering related concept. Okay. So, okay, what I see here. Okay, now let's start with data engineer. Okay, so obviously you might have a questions like what is data engineer, what is my roles and responsibility as a data engineer, what we do actually, right? um so first important thing is like if you just compare this data engineering field, okay, or data engineer field, we are seeing this in our daily routine also. Okay, data is very important nowadays. Okay, so earlier time the people were not serious about what is the use of data. Okay, but now the industry has got the importance that all the old data, okay, all the old data play a very important role actually as a data engineer. What is mean by old data? Okay, just take an example. So first of all we will try to understand that where this data engineering field play an important role. I'll tell you one example related to the Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hotstar. You take any OTT platform, right? So usually when I go to the any OTT platform, and I'm mainly interested for the Hollywood related stuffs, right? So we have the movies like Spider-Man. Okay, just take an example of Spider-Man. When I'm watching this Spider-Man, okay, automatically I'll get the suggestion in the bottom like, would you like to watch Hulk movie? Would you like to watch Spider-Man related movies, right? So there will be related will be there, right? So when we take the example of this Netflix or Hotstar, and when we are watching any movies related to the Spider-Man, the Netflix is aware that this person is quite interested for the movies which are like action related movies. Maybe I will not like any serious kind of movies, right? And automatically what we will do, we will click on the next movie, right? Automatically we will click on the next movie like Hulk or any other movie, Avenger. So these are my favorite movies are there, right? If there is a person who is interested for another type of movie, like let's say someone is interested with the emotional kind of movies or love stories, right? Automatically the next story will be assigned to him. Automatically the next picture which is related to the love story, you will find it there, right? So related search will be always there. Even if you take the example of YouTube, right? Some people might be interested related to the data engineering field. Okay, let's say you are going to the YouTube channel and you are searching with data engineer related stuff. So automatically you will get the next video related to the data engineer only. So what it is happening here, so it is a magic of your data engineering field only. Whatever you are searching, automatically corresponding to that search, you are getting the suggestions over there. You are going to the Amazon, you are searching for, let's say, a mobile phone. Okay, you are going to the Amazon, you are searching for a mobile phone. Wherever you go to the any website. Let's say you are going to the YouTube, Hotstar, any other channel, or if you visit any website also, you will always find the advertisement related to the mobile phone only. So what is the use case of it? Like, this is very important that whatever you are looking, whatever you are expecting, automatically that suggestions you are getting, and there is a very high chances that you are going to purchase that product, which will increase the revenue of your which will increase the revenue of the company. So companies like Google or many other companies, Amazon, Netflix, you take any other companies, now these companies are spending a lot of money to understand their business, because they want to increase their revenue, they want to expand their business, and this is possible with the help of technology like data engineer. And for that they are going to process huge amount of data. What they are going to do, they are going to process huge amount of data. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So basically, if you take the example of any banking system, okay, just take an example of banking system only, right? What is bank? Bank is internally, it is a company only, right? Bank, what they are doing, they are also doing the business, right? So bank is getting a different type of data from different sources. Bank is getting a data from different type of data from different sources. Like just take an example, you are doing some transactions, you are doing some transactions with the bank. What is meant by transactions? Let's say you are going to the internet banking and you are withdrawing some amount, or let's say you are depositing some amount, right? When you do the deposit or withdraw, this is like a transactions. That transactions will be recorded into some, where it will be recorded into some database, right? So you have your data, your transactions are getting recorded into the database. Now this database can be your Oracle database, it can be your MySQL database, it can be your PostgreSQL database, right? So your, let's say you have a data available in your different sources. Your transactions are recorded into the different sources like database only. Any data which is stored under a database, we call it as a structural kind of data. What is this data? It is a structural kind of data. So basically the data engineer field is all about to process your different type of data. You are going to process different type of data. Now data is not always structural kind of data. You can have a structural kind of data, you can have semi structural data, you can have unstructured data also. You can have unstructured data also. When I say structural type of data, means the data which is available in the form of rows and column. The data which is available in the form of rows and column. Semi structural data means, let's say you have a data which is available in the JSON format or XML format. That is just semi structural data. Unstructured data means when you have flat files are there, when you have log files are there, there is no structure, it is completely, when you have audio is there, images are there, these are all your unstructured kind of data. In Facebook, right, if you take the example of Facebook have different type of data, like you can play the video, you can have audio kind of data, you can have images there, it can have structural data, semi structural data, every data is available in the Facebook, right? Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you take any social media. So what is the main agenda of data engineer? Irrespective of any type of data is there, I need to process that, and by looking to that data I will take a decision that where is my business lacking, or what I need to do to make sure that my business will grow on the top level. There is some problem with my business, that is the reason my business is not increasing, right? So we need to see that, and this is possible with the help of your processing your huge amount of data. So let's say I have a data available, now this data can be of structural data, unstructured data, semi structured data. I am going to process it. Process means I'll see what is the problem. All the data is not important for me. I need to remove some unnecessary data. Maybe I need to perform some sort of operations on that data, and then I will get meaningful data over here, right? Then I will get meaningful data here. Now when you get a data, this data can be of different type of data. Okay, let's assume that I got different type of data and I'm ready to process. But this data, do you think that whether it is very small in size, right? Do you think that this data is very small in size? No, the data is basically your big data. Any data which is not processed by a system, we called it as a big data. What is big data? You take an example of my laptop only. Okay, let's say I'm using this laptop. My laptop can process, let's say, because since it is a laptop of i7 processor, maybe I can place 1 terabyte of data, hardly 2 terabyte of data. But let's say this data got increased to 10 terabyte. Do you think that my laptop can process it? I have an example of this virtual machine here, right? I can run one machine, two machines, three machines, right? But more than that, I cannot run machines. Otherwise, my laptop will go hang. It will stuck. It will get hang. So what I need to do? If my laptop is getting hang, what I need to do? Let's say I'll increase my memory from 8 GB to 16 GB. From 16 GB, I will increase to 32 GB. But more than that, I cannot increase this, right? More than that, I cannot increase it because this is a limitation of my laptop. So this is a big data for my laptop. This is a big data for my laptop. So what I'm trying to say is, let's say I have a huge amount of data. I got my data from my past. I'm getting different type of data from different sources. I'm getting a different type of data from different sources. I'm getting a data from some databases. I'm getting a data from some APIs. I'm getting a data from, let's say, some cloud vendor. I'm getting a data in the form of different files. I'm getting a data from different flat files, structural, unstructural, different sources. You are getting a data, but I cannot process this data because this data is very huge in size. I cannot process it. This is called big data. This is a big data. So big data means what? More than my capacity, I cannot process it. That is a big data. So in order to solve this big data problem, there were a solution, we called it as a Hadoop. So Hadoop was a solution earlier days. So by using this Hadoop framework, we were able to process huge amount of data, and any type of data, whether it is structural data, unstructured data, any type of data, I was able to process that. So when this data engineering field started, the Hadoop was booming. But Hadoop is also having some of the challenges. Like in Hadoop, there were different tools and technologies were there. Like you might have heard about the Hayu, you might have heard about the Pig, you might have heard about the HDFS, you might have heard about the MapReduce, right? So different type of datas, and in order to process those data, we were having, different type of tools and technologies were there. But this Hadoop was having some issues. In Hadoop, in order to process data, let's say I have this data is there, which is coming from different sources. Okay, we were processing it with the help of Hadoop. And in Hadoop, there is something we called it as a MapReduce was there, but MapReduce was very slow. When I say processing means, I'll tell you one very simple example. Processing means, let's say I have 1 terabyte of data is there collectively. But does all this 1 terabyte data is important for me? No. In a source, I'm getting 1 terabyte data. What I will do, I'll just do some sorting. I'll just do some cleaning. All the columns are not required. I'll do all this processing over here. And then I will get some meaningful data here. At the end, I will get some meaningful data. So this processing was done with the help of Hadoop technology. In that, there was a MapReduce was there, but MapReduce was very slow. It was very slow. Since it is very slow, in the latest they have introduced, to process this data, we called it as a, in order to process this huge amount of data, MapReduce was there, but MapReduce was very slow. So what they come up with a new solution, they called it as a Apache Spark. They have introduced a new processing engine. They called it as a Apache Spark. Now this Apache Spark was very faster, very faster. And since it is a product of Apache, it means it is a open source also. Open source means it is completely free of cost. It is completely free of cost. But there are some challenges with the Apache Spark also. There are some challenges with the Apache Spark. Like, let's say I have some issues. So who is going to support me? Right? Let's say I have. So the person who founded this Apache Spark, he's saying that I have some issues with my with my software itself. Okay, what I need to do? Okay, so since it is an open source product, now there were no support available. There were no support available, and that is the reason. That is the reason they have come up with now these services, right? There should be someone who will support it. So multiple cloud vendor come into the picture, and they started providing the data engineering services. Multiple cloud vendor come into the picture, and then they started providing multiple data engineering services. Who are those cloud vendor? Who are those cloud vendor which are providing a data engineering services? Among them, a very famous is your Azure data engineer. So we have Azure, we have GCP, we have AWS, and apart from this, there are many other cloud vendors are there. They are also providing these data engineering services. And right now we are targeting to the Azure data engineer. Right now we are targeting to the Azure data engineer. So till now, whatever we have discussed, are you able to understand, guys? Can you please use the chat option and let me know? If the chat is not enabled, can you please start, my team? Till now, whatever we have discussed, are you able to understand? Can you please use the chat options? 1 minute, okay. Till now, okay. Who is saying yes? Uganda is saying yes. Rakesh is saying yes. Nice. Nice. I see everyone is saying yes. Good. Good to see. So, so don't consider that this data engineer is just provided by the data engineering services is provided by the only Azure or only by some cloud vendor. No, everyone is saying. But the one which is quite famous in the market, we called it as a Azure data engineer. Apart from this, like I just said, GCP is also there, AWS is there. Moreover, if you ask me, only the name get changed, but if you ask me concept wise, everyone is same only. Everyone is same only. So if you know about Azure data engineer, you can easily understand about the GCP also. You can easily understand about the AWS also. So there is no question behind that. So some people might have a questions like, okay, if I want to start the career as a Azure data engineer, what are all things I should know? What are all things I should know? So Azure data engineer is someone who is coming from non-technical background also, he can do that. But my always suggestion is you should have a strong knowledge with SQL. It is quite very much important because what we are doing, we are playing with the data, right? And if you want to play with the data, you should know about the SQL. So most of your problem, you can fix it by using the SQL only. Most of your problem. And SQL is a kind of generic technology, not only for data engineer, it is for data analyst or data science or any developer you become in future. SQL is a kind of generic technology everyone should know. So whenever you think that I want to start my career with IT industry, SQL play a very, very important role. Second important thing which you should know is basically your Python. So Python is something like if you have basic knowledge also, that is more than enough. So first thing is SQL because you are going to play with the data, different type of data. Let's say you have a data coming from your transactional data from your Oracle or PostgreSQL, so you should know SQL. Python, let's say you want to do some transformation, but for Python nowadays plain Python we don't use mostly. For that you should know about the Spark, Python plus Spark. The Spark is your processing engine, or I would say whenever you want to do some transformation, in a shortcut we called it as a PySpark. In a shortcut we called it as a PySpark, Python Spark. This Spark, you can write it into the multiple language, like you can write it into the Java, R, your Python, multiple languages are there. But if you know Python with Spark, we call it as a PySpark, that's more than enough. Third, which is again very important, any cloud related information, like a basic cloud, like we are targeting to the Azure data engineer, so you should know how to handle the Azure related services. So with this course which we are starting now, we are going to learn about the Azure fundamental also, plus we are going to learn about the data engineering services also. So don't consider that. If you think that you don't know about the Azure, that's fine. We are going to learn about the Azure plus data engineering services related to the Azure. In data engineering, like you need to understand about the data factory, data bricks. When I say data bricks, who founded this Apache Spark? The Spark, he's who? The Spark founder only created their own company with the name Databricks only. What they have done? First of all, they created this Spark. They created the product with the name Spark. They given that product to the Apache, which is like open source. But after that, if you need the business, right? If you need the support for your Spark, they have come up with the concept, they called it as a Databricks. So Databricks means basically your Spark only. Whatever code you are going to write down under Spark, the same code you can write down under Databricks. But there are some more advantages are there, like if you want to allocate some resources and all, you don't need to purchase any product. So whatever you are going to use, for that only you need to pay. I will discuss this in detail in the next class. And apart from this, like you should have some knowledge about, I would also suggest you should have a knowledge about Linux also. But see, if you ask me the list, what are all things you should know, the list is very big. The list is very big. But my suggestion will be, don't worry about the list and all. Just focus on these three things as of now. Okay. If you know these three things now, more than enough. More than enough. Okay. Apart from this, if I want to add, I can add Linux also, I can add DevOps also, I can add many other things. Okay. If I want to add, I can add many things. But the core as a data engineer, as a core data engineer, you should be very prominent with the SQL, your Python plus Spark, and any cloud. When I say cloud, basically we will target to the Azure only. Basically we will target to the Azure only. Okay. So that's all about the Azure data engineer. Okay. But if you have any questions, queries, anything, please ask me. I'll try to respond your questions. We are starting a new batch of Azure data engineer. Those people who are interested, you can fill up the form, or you
Hey,
can see.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm Venkat from Hyderabad.
Yes.
You said something about the data bricks. Am I correct?
Yes.
So, what is that? Is this also required for the data engineering thing?
So Databricks is a service provided by the Azure cloud, okay, which is mainly useful to do the transformations and all. Okay. So it is like a Spark only internally.
Okay.
It is a Spark only. So basically what happened, the Spark founder, because it is a open source na, so he provided that Spark to the Apache only, right? So it is a open source, right? Open source, he is having some challenges. Everyone has the challenges, because just take an example, I want to run my Spark job. Okay. So what I need to allocate some resources, correct? So who is going to provide me resources? First of all, for that you need to purchase hardware and all, right? So they decided like, okay, we will provide you the hardware, you just need to pay the way you are going to use it. So this, they have come up with the Databricks. So you don't need to worry about the infrastructures and all. Infrastructure will be provided by the Databricks only. So if you're asking me in a very layman word, what is Databricks? It is a basically useful for your transformations and all. Okay.
No. Okay. And I have one
Basically,
subsequent question.
we
Oh,
require
sorry.
sufficient or have to go for advanced
For
SQL
which, for
to
what?
become a basically SQL PL is sufficient, or we have to learn advanced
So you
SQL?
don't need to understand about the PL and all, okay? As a data engineer, you will mostly play with the joins, okay? And there are some analytical functions are there. That is more important. Okay, so you don't need to write down the PL is equal means like your trigger and procedures and no nothing like that. But you should understand like how to use joins and your DML operations, DDL operations, some analytical functions. That is more than enough.
As I have one subsequent question, can I ask now?
Yes, yes, please.
As part of this data engineering, because I'm coming from Oracle DBA background,
Acha.
like we used to have ETL things, right? SQL
Hmm.
loader, data cleaning,
Correct, correct, correct.
and transfer. So, do we have anything like that in data engineering? Is it required in the job? Not about your course. With the Azure, they give any tools to do that?
Yeah, we have a different tools are there. Okay, see,
Okay,
just take an example of Oracle DB only, or you are talking about the ETL and ELT, right?
right.
So basically what happened, Oracle is all about where you're just trying to store your structural kind of data, right? Like which is available in the form of tables, correct?
Mm,
But let's say I'm getting a data from different format, like a JSON format, or let's say I'm getting a data which is a flat file. So can we insert that into the Oracle database? No, right?
no.
We cannot do that. So for that we need something which can hold a different type of data. Okay, so when I say a data engineer, it is basically your ELT only. You got my
Okay.
point? It is
Hmm.
basically your, see, earlier time, this job was done by the different tools like you might have heard about the talents and all, right? those
Right.
those were very like costly actually. Okay,
Hmm.
so now the same problem they have fixed it by using these services.
Okay. No.
So basically if I want to tell you the small pipeline na, you are getting a different type of sources. I'll just draw here a
Hmm.
very small pipeline, I'll tell you. Okay, so basically what happened here in data engineer, I'm getting a different type of data from different sources. Like let's say I'm getting the data in from Oracle or any other
Into 5 minutes.
RDBMS database.
అమ్మ
Let's say I'm
ఫోన్
getting a data from some flat files. we
5
will
నిమిషాలు ఇస్తాను అయిపోతుంది నా గురించి చెప్తాను.
we will put all this data into some common location. Okay, common location, I would say it is basically your data warehouse. Okay, I'll put it here into the HDFS, or if you take cloud related services, we will put it here, and then we will do the transformation, and finally we will store that data like that. So basically it is like ELT only. Okay, yes please, next question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Is this course can be learned by the fresher?
anyone. Okay, this is good for everyone. Okay, so if you are a fresher, or if you are someone who is already working into the different technology but you want to start your career as a data engineer, anyone can do that. See, data engineer is having quite good demand in the market, because when I was trying, because I was working as a DB actually, and that time I was trying for data engineer, because there were no much resources available in the IT industry that time, when initially Hadoop was there. Okay, so if you have just a basic knowledge about the Hadoop na, they were able to place easily, because very limited people were there. Now we have like, because now everyone know about the data engineer. Earlier time people were not aware about that. 3 4 5 years back people were not aware about that. uh, so that time it was very easy, if you compare it with the other technologies like Java and other, still we have limited resources are available in data engineer.
After
Sir, we
completion of
hear
this
so
course,
many things about
can
like
we showcase 1 or 2 year experience in the data engineering and
What you said, can you come
for the
again?
interview? Yeah, after completion of this course, can we showcase 1 or 2 year of
That's what
experience
we
in
need
the
to do. Okay,
data?
if you are going as a fresher now, the people will see now if you see the IT related stuffs now, people are expecting that you should have some knowledge. Some knowledge means in terms of experience and all. So you need to say that okay, I have 2 years of experience as a Azure data engineer, the training what we are taking, and then you can start your career.
Hi,
one
Ankush.
more question.
Yes
Okay.
please. Yeah, Chetal, yes
Hello.
please tell me.
Yeah. What like laptop configuration we require actually to like I'm your old
Because most of
student.
the things we are going to do it
Yeah.
on cloud only. Most of the times,
Haha.
so you don't need much configuration. If you have 4 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM, that's more than enough.
Okay. And any like apart from SQL or like SQL is fine as a prerequisite, right? Apart from that, nothing
So
else.
in our course, we are going to take everything. So if a person coming from non-technical background, don't expect
Mm-hmm.
like don't worry about like SQL and Linux. So we will cover SQL also, Linux also,
Mm-hmm.
Azure
Mm-hmm.
fundamentals, and these data engineering services
Mm-hmm.
also. Everything we will cover.
Yeah. And last question, like a batch timing and duration.
8:30 से 9:30, 8:30 to 9:30 morning.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Azad
I
this
have
side.
a question. Okay, go ahead.
Uh, yeah, actually, my question is like only Python is sufficient or Java is also required
Java
for
is not
data.
say don't confuse. Okay, I see most of the people are getting confused. People are thinking that I should know Java also, Python also, Scala also, R also. Nothing required. Okay, you just need a basic knowledge of Python. That's it. Basic knowledge. Okay, and that too basic we are going to cover in the class also.
Okay.
Okay,
Ankush,
let's
I
say
have
prerequisite. I'm
third
going to take
question,
that.
and maybe the
Yes,
last one. Last question I have.
yes.
Uh, is data engineering, there is some in the market, they say data visualization. Are they are one
That
and
is
the
coming
same?
under your data analyst, Power BI.
Data, Power BI. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So the basically you have to learn either Power BI or Tableau, right? Yeah, my
Right,
understanding
that is coming under your data analyst
is
course. Okay,
data
not.
analyst. Okay, okay.
So basically, what happened? Let's say I have a huge amount of data. I process
Mm-hmm.
that, and after that, I got meaningful data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I on that data, I want to do some analysis, like you are going to
Right.
do, and all those things, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
visualization you can do it by using the Power BI or other BI tools are
Tableau.
there. You can use
Okay.
the Tableau and all, right? You can do
Okay.
that.
Okay. 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 So we are not doing that.
No,
We
that
as
will
per.
come under data analyst. Correct.
Okay. So we are data engineers.
We
Okay.
are a data engineer.
Good.
Correct.
So are we? We already answered this. Python. I am really scared of programming. So how much of Python? क्या कि सब DBS को यही प्रॉब्लम होता है सारा दुनिया में
Correct. Correct.
शायद तो कितना डेप्थ जाना पड़ता है on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very depth, is it required
No,
or
no, 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 no. We are not the Python developer. Okay, most of your
yeah,
work will be done by using your by Python is required. Okay, but the basic.
okay.
Okay, if I compare it to the developer, na that much is not
Good.
required. Okay,
So
I have
we're
seen
not
most of
going.
the people are just working on SQL only. So you have two
Okay,
options are there. Same problem you can fix it by using SQL also. Same problem you can fix it by using Python also. Okay, so whatever you
okay,
use, you can do that.
okay, okay. That's good enough. Good enough. Okay, thank you.
Do we
I
need any
will.
Azure account access, like, or we need
For
to
Azure,
buy
you
it
need
from
access. What we can
platform?
do, we can create a free tier account in Azure. Okay, we
Hmm.
can do that. The free tier is available. I'll show you how to create a free tier account in Azure.
So thereafter, if we will practice any things, do we need some like credits,
You'll
like
get it the
money is
credit
required
in
to?
free tier. You'll get the credit. Again, I'm telling you, even if you use the paid also, na, generally I
Yes.
use paid one only. It doesn't cost much. Only the thing is you need to shut down the services or you need to delete all the services after your practice. It will not cost much, less than I think 1,000 or 2,000. Okay.
Okay.
So it will
Okay.
not cost much even if you are using a paid service, because how cloud works now, it works like how much resources you are using for how long time. Okay, if you just do the practice, and there are community editions, free editions are also available, we can use that for practice purpose. So everything we are not going to do it on cloud. Like let's take an example of SQL, Linux. We can do it on our virtual machine also, on your personal laptop. So cloud we are not going to use. Cloud we will use when you want to understand about like Databricks or Data Factory. That time only. Even Databricks also we have community edition is there. So in community edition it is completely free of cost.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Ankush, one more question. So what is the market demand like Azure data engineering or AWS? What?
Azure is every cloud is important, but see, AWS is kind of old one means when the cloud started na, it started with AWS only. So AWS is more flexible towards the development side, like when you want to do the development. So if you want to use DevOps services, if you want to do some development, application development, or let's say you want to create virtual machines, so in that case AWS is much cheaper. Okay, but when Azure comes in the market now, that time it has find out that there is a gap in data engineer, because AWS was not there in data engineer much. So they identified the gap for data engineer and they started working on data engineer. So that is the reason they have a type with Databricks and all. Okay, so Databricks is a separate company actually. Okay, Databricks is a separate company and Azure is a cloud vendor, but now they have a collaboration. So for data engineer you will see market is more open for your Azure data engineer. But if you want to understand about Java and all, like because we have AWS also in our institute, so there Java people mostly joining or DevOps people are joining. These people are mostly preferred towards the AWS.
Hi, sir.
Ankush, are we
Hi,
like
Ankush.
using some snowflakes concept? Like,
Snowflake,
are
no,
we
I'm not.
clearing
No,
that
no.
as well?
Here we are not covering Snowflake.
Okay.
After
Ankush.
doing this course, which certifications can we give, like related to
Data
Azure?
engineering related services you guys can give. I'll provide you the details in the class.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Ankush, after learning this course, easy to move to other cloud services also like GCP, data
It's quite
engineering.
easy, again, I'm telling you, if you just get a job as a Azure data engineer, you don't need to move anywhere. But if you want to do, you can do that very easily. See, you guys need to understand that what is Spark is there, na? That Spark is common for all the cloud services. So if you know how to handle Spark, this is common. See, Spark, you consider that Spark is just a core. The same Spark has been taken by Azure, GCP and all. So SQL is also kind of common for all the cloud services. Only the name get changed. Usually you consider like a laptop or a mobile phone. If you know how to handle OnePlus, you can easily handle EMI or Redmi or any other phone. Okay, all are same only.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Hi, sir. Many people get confused between data engineering and data science. So, do we know means actually?
Data science and all, you see, many people are most of the training institute I have seen that they are making you confuse that if you are a
Yeah, right.
fresher you will get a job as a data scientist. That is completely wrong. Many people are also saying that as a data scientist you don't need to write down a single line of code. That is absolutely wrong. Okay, as a data scientist you should be very expert with your mathematics, because statistics and all very much important there. You should know about the algorithm, you should know about the Python very strong, you should know about the SQL also. Data scientist is all about, you can move to the data scientist, but from that first of all you need to start your career as a data engineer or data analyst, then you can move to the data scientist. As
Okay,
a
sir.
fresher no one will give a job as a data scientist. We have a data science course, okay, but I'm telling you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Are we going to
Uh,
learn about EDF
Yeah,
also?
Which one? ADF you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, ADF we are going to do that.
Uh, Hi, sir.
yeah,
Are
Ankush,
there
I have a career gap, and from when Azure data engineering is in boom, like
That's okay now. If you have a gap, like you just need to manage
no,
it.
no, no. Like I'm asking from when like Azure data engineering was in more popular. From which year, like that?
Year, like who will remember? Why you need a year and all?
Hi, sir. Are there are any live projects in the
We are going
course?
to do that. Yes, we are going to cover that. Okay.
How many? One.
Yeah, we are going to cover the project. So after the completion of this class, we are going to work on the projects also. Okay. So which project we are going to cover, that I will tell you in the class, because we have multiple projects are there. So we'll decide which one need to cover. But basically, if you take any projects, the same project you can explain it to your interviewer that you have worked on this project.
Okay.
And,
Well, sir.
After
Hello, sir.
completion of
What is the
course.
maximum
One
age
by one,
of
please. Okay,
become a
I'm here
data?
only. Don't worry. One by one.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. I'm Shabir here. What is the maximum age of to become a data engineer and analyst?
Maximum age. Did you say age?
Suppose that I am 50 years old. Should
See,
I
now
be?
I cannot say like because there is no data like this. Okay. So it's all about the luck factor. It's all about the opportunity you get and all. Okay. So you how I got the opportunity like because I didn't start my career as a data engineer. I started as a DBA, okay, and then I moved to the data engineer. So I saw the opportunity that okay, this technology is having a lot of boom in the market. The package wise, the most important thing is when you're a developer, na, you will have a 9 to 6 job, right?
Okay.
9 to 6 or 12 to 9, okay, mostly depend on. You don't
Actually,
need to do
actually,
night
my
shifts and all.
initial experience was in database, okay, Oracle database, and after that I joined one college, okay, as a assistant professor there. After that, I want to again come to in this field, okay, in data engineer or data analyst like that. Okay, should I be?
You can do that, okay, you can give a try, but I cannot commit anything, okay. It's all depend, as I said, your skill set, how much you can capture it, whether you are able to convince to the next person and all those
Okay,
things, okay.
okay, fine. Okay.
Ankush, once completion of this course, so can I survive in IT industry? So, or we can face difficulties there.
So it's all depend on you, okay, whether you have those capabilities to survive or not, okay. See, course cannot give guarantee like you can survive. It's all about individual to individual performance, okay. So how you are tackling the situation, that's completely depending on you, okay. We have a people, those who are able to survive even after 5 years of gap and 6 years of gap also, okay.
Okay.
So it's all depending on your efforts and all how you are taking the thing seriously.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I'm currently working on a SaaS technology, SaaS developer, as a SaaS developer. In means banking domain I'm working.
Okay.
So it is good for me to switch into the Python PySpark or like.
It's good, it's good, okay, there is no problem. If you think that you do not have a much opportunity in your current project or
Yes.
current technology, you can definitely look for your data engineer and you can show your previous experience as a data engineer also,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
okay. So those people who are already working now, if in some technology, don't go as a fresher, show them that you are previously working as a data engineer, okay.
Yeah. Understood.
Hi, sir. What will be the duration of this course?
It will go around 2 months
Okay,
plus
sure.
two
Hi,
months okay. 2 plus
hi,
2.
sir.
Yes.
Are we covering the big data
Big
or not?
data, in big data topics we are going to cover, but I'm not going to cover the old technologies. Like, see, if I want to increase the length of my course now, I can do that because earlier time we were taking the Hadoop, like they we were talking about the HDFS, Hayu, Pig and all. But those concepts are not useful nowadays. You got my point? So what is big data, what is Hadoop, and all those things we will discuss. But I cannot show them practically now because those are outdated now. No one is using MapReduce now. Everyone is using the Spark. So I'll cover Spark here, okay?
Okay.
Because why to take that, okay? It is not required. I have seen few syllabus. People are taking the Pig and this Hayu. It is not required now. No one is using that. Everyone is on the cloud now.
Sir, uh, what will be the criteria for placements? Like, I have been already working in a company as a data analyst, and like from 3.2 years, my technology was not so good. So, what will be the criteria? Like,
So, as a trainer, I'm going to help you with the projects. Okay, we will help you with the resume preparations, but I cannot give any guarantee and all. Okay, that we don't provide that. Okay, and if someone is providing, that is absolutely false. We have a dedicated placement team is there. we refer you to the company, but again I cannot give the guarantee for anyone for the placement. That is absolutely wrong. If someone is telling you, don't trust them. Okay, I'm telling everyone live, but again it's all depending upon your efforts and all, guys. Okay, how much you people are able to put the efforts. I will put the efforts from my side, but it is your also responsibility to put the efforts from your side also.
Yes, let's say I have put my full efforts with 100%. Whatever you have teach me, I have studied that. After that, like, will I be able to get that good company? I will be able to get placed in a good company. What?
I cannot tell you. Okay, I cannot tell you.
Hi, sir.
Yes,
Sir, it's a 2 month duration or 3 month duration course?
2 to 3 months it will go. Okay, 2+ months you consider.
Yes, maybe because in a booklet it said 3 months. That's why I asked.
That's what I'm saying. Now 2 to 3 months it will go. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Ankush, batch starting date, please.
Mostly by next week we will start. Okay.
Oh,
Fine, guys. Okay. So I think we are done with the today's class. Okay. Um, all right. So there is a link available in the chat option. If you guys are interested to get a call from my team, or if you want to record your attendance, there is a link. Google form link is available. Please fill up that link. There is a number also available. If you have any questions regarding your career and all, you can reach out to the team, so we will guide you accordingly. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you guys have enjoyed the today's session. Okay, and you guys can follow me on my LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel with the name Learnomate Technologies, where we have around 70,000 subscribers are there. You can follow us on our LinkedIn. I have around 15,000 followers on my LinkedIn, around 30, I think 30 or 40,000 on my Instagram. So we have three branches available in the Pune location. Main branch, two branches are available in the Wakad location. Third branch is available in the Kharadi. So that's all about the company profile. Okay, so you guys can check our reviews and everything, but still if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you so much, and let's connect in the live class. Thank you, guys.